What's up, everybody? Welcome to an all-new episode of SCNS Live, the Super Cool Nerd Show. Thank you for joining us out there in the Super Cool Nerd Nation for another week of news, nerds, and vaccinated people. Yes.
Yeah, buddy.
We're close. An epic return is coming. Epic.
So close.
It's going to be awesome. So anyway,
I get mine next Tuesday.
Yep. And Cole's second one on the list because she got Moderna.
Yep. So I will...
Wait, okay, so you have like, it's a longer period of time till you get your second shot with Moderna. What is it, like 4 weeks, 3 weeks?
I think it's 4 because I got mine on Monday and then my next shot is on May 3rd.
Oh, damn. Okay, yeah.
So, yeah, it's about a week. Yeah. Okay. So I will be set in June.
Soon we'll be comparing everyone's shots. I'll be like, it's gonna be the Family Guy Meg meme. Like all the Johnson and Johnson people will be like, "You think you're so much better than me?" And it'll be the Pfizer and Moderna people like in the tuxes like,
"Yes, peasant, we are most better than you."
You got one shot. Well, I'm sure that'll be just fine.
It's just a difference in how the shot reacts, or how the shot works.
Hey, I'm all for shot elitism, you know. Anyway, so soon, yes, we'll do like a promo or something when we're back in the studio and having fun. But yes, it'll be awesome when that day comes. So anyway, it's a good week out there. I did want to put some news to you guys.
Well, first off, wait. Who am I? Who's this person over here?
Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't even say anything. I don't. Yeah, they know who we are. How you doing out there? I'm Jason EX. Nice to meet y'all. In case you're just not tuning in, sorry about that. The lady over here, that's Cora. I pointed the wrong way.
Hello, uwu.
Ooh, yeah.
I'm sorry.
And the guy over here doing Young Bucks cosplay. That is Rick.
What's up, guys? I'm here. I'm gonna super kick somebody. It's gonna be great. I can't wait. What's up?
Nothing. It is.
Say what?
It was recently the anniversary of Kamen Rider, and there was an announcement of a new. They're bringing back up. But I think about every time the Young Buck kicks somebody, I want to go Rider kick in my mind. Also, to think I could have been kicking people a long time ago and saying Rider kick when I did it. You know, I feel as though I missed out on stuff.
Well, I mean, if you go to Target, see someone without a mask, you can do it.
I think someone on Twitter like mixed one of the Kamen Riders like kicking somebody and like they put the super kick party, and then he kicks the villain and defeats him or whatever with the Rider kick. And as a wrestling and tokusatsu fan, you found the kind of humor I like. Thank you, sir. Thank you. But I did want to put something to y'all before we get into the big news of today. Actually, no, we'll throw it in with the news anyway. Everybody having a good week otherwise. Cora, you said you got your shot at the Fair Park facility here in Dallas.
Yes. Oh my God, it was so great.
Mm-hmm. So you registered online?
Yes, I registered online. Mm-hmm. Went through that whole process. Very painless. Very easy. They're not asking for medical history anymore. Since everyone can get them now, they're just like, we need this information for you, and then we'll send you an email when you can schedule. That email came like 2 days later, if that. And it was just, here are the dates that are available. Pick one, pick a time.
Nice.
Picked a date, picked a time. Went there via the public transit system because I didn't want to drive after that shit. And it was so painless.
Good.
Including getting the shot. Just everything about it was painless. Got off the train. Someone was already there holding one of those little scanner tablets and asked if I was there for my shot, asked to see my QR code. Got onto a shuttle bus that took me to the station took me to the area where they were giving the shots. Didn't get off the bus. Thought I was going to be getting off the bus because I saw tents. So like, I get off the bus and go into the tent. No, you stay on the bus. They give you the shot on the bus. Then you hang out on the bus for another 15 minutes in that area to see if you have a reaction. 30 if you have a history of anaphylaxis.
Okay.
And then they take you back to the train stop.
Wow.
Nice.
The whole process.
I think Fair Park is like one of the largest facilities we have going for people to go and get their shots. So
yes, and if it's an incentive for people, I don't know if it is or not, it is the military that is giving the shots at Fair Park.
Well, I was hoping you would talk about the experience also, just to let everybody know we support vaccines here on the show. Oh, yeah. And if you live in Dallas, I mean, that sounds dang easy, man.
Well,
Go ahead. If you live in Dallas and don't have a way to get there, but you can take public transit, do it. Schedule it for any time after noon, and you will spend only $3 on your ticket to get on the train, because the DART now has afternoon passes, which last until the next day after noon.
Nice.
So anywhere between like 12 noon and when DART stops for the night, it's only $3. It's only a $3, and you don't have to buy another ticket.
Sweet.
So there's that. The train, if you can get to like Pearl Arts District Station, then you just take the green line going towards Fair Park, get off at Fair Park Station, get your shot, get back on, and just basically do the reverse of what you did. Or have someone waiting for you at one of the other train stations. You're good. It's very easy.
Sounds like the process was pretty easy. And shout out to the people out there making it such a smooth process, by the way. So that's one of the largest public facilities we have doing the vaccine right now, next to Texas Motor Speedway. But that's strictly by your own vehicle. But this one, we are kind of serving the public. Good on them though.
Mm-hmm. And as a note, if you take the public transit, it is a little faster. I don't know how fast it is by car, but from the time I got on the shuttle bus to the time I got off the shuttle bus was like maybe 30 minutes max. And that's including the 15 minutes that I was waiting to see if I had a reaction. And the only reason that I was waiting a little bit longer when I first got on was because they were going to see if anyone else was coming. There was only 2 people on that bus, me and one other person.
And it's open for everybody in Texas right now, so go get your shots, guys.
Oh yeah.
And use that process. Rick, I know you went somewhere else to get yours, right?
Yeah, I went to a local pharmacy here in North Dallas, South Plano. Friends of mine sent me a phone number. I texted it until they got back to me. Only took 5 texts over 2 days. Got online and they took my card. They looked at my text. They said, all right, here, fill this out. Go around the corner, give me the shot. That was it. And I go back on Tuesday.
Interesting numbers. And
I got Pfizer.
In the U.S., we're at 19.6 of fully vaccinated and 17.5 in Texas. So
lit.
Keep the work going. Man, okay.
And as a note, at Fair Park, they are giving Pfizer, Moderna, and they're also giving Johnson & Johnson. So they're giving all 3. So if there's one of those that you're particular on, they have this.
Nice.
You have a choice, and you can, whatever day you pick is the day they're giving those specific ones. And they have their schedule up on the website. So if you have a specific vaccine that you want, just make sure that you schedule it for that day.
Everyone's probably really wanting the one and done because just.
Oh yeah, and you know what? That's fair. Johnson & Johnson, I think they've kind of fixed the issues they were having with it before. So it's still viable. It just works differently than Pfizer and Moderna.
I'm just
Pfizer, Moderna, whatever. Whatever. The 2-shotters.
Isn't Finster the guy that made the monsters on Power Rangers? Oh, that was Finster.
Look.
I made a Finster reference on this show. I'm happy.
Oh my God, he did.
In 2 months, I'll fight you.
This will live in infamy on the internet now.
Anyway, let's go ahead and kick this thing off with some super cool nerd news. Okay, so kicking it off, this is going to be kind of the group story that I want everybody to talk about. So, recently, Lil Nas X released his video for Call Me By My Name. And to piss off that many people, I applaud you, sir. But along with those, he would partnered with a company, MSCHF, to release a line of shoes that were done up from Nikes, and they were called Satan shoes. Now everybody was losing their mind because Nike said, no, not Satan shoes. We never authorized that. Well, I'm happy to report that the lawsuit has actually ended and both companies have reached a settlement. The settlement basically agrees that MSCHF will recall all of the shoes from customers that bought them, and they will refund them the price that they paid. Now, should a customer say, these are mine, and no, then MSCHF is now responsible should that customer encounter a product defect or want a refund in the going forth, or experience a defect or anything of that sort. To which I say, this is the most toothless lawsuit settlement I've ever seen. Let's take anything let's say I've bought anything, a transformer, a new gun, some whiskey, something that I want. What are the chances of that company calling me up and saying, excuse me, Jason, that action figure you just bought, we're going to need that back. But don't worry, we're going to pay you the price that you paid for it. You just get it back to us, okay? Okay. Now, granted, I've already hung up the phone because they want something out of my collection that is mine. So, guys.
Okay, but that's a little more simpler than what this is, though.
But what are they going to do? Come and take them? Am I gonna have to put that stupid yellow flag up? Come and take it for my shoes? What is this? What is this? The hood? You can't just roll up on me and take my shoes, okay? I grew up in South Dallas. I know what that's like. So, I mean, they can't make anybody give them back something that they paid their money for. So this lawsuit went nowhere. Why did Nike even file it?
I understand why they filed it, because if they had said on there, when they sold the shoes said Nike has no affiliation with this whatsoever, then yeah, that would have been a little bit better. But they didn't. It made it seem like Nike was partnered with this.
Yeah, but people get custom Nikes all the time.
Yeah, but he was selling them back to the public at a large scale.
People sell custom Nikes back to the public.
Not like this.
Yes, they do. Their only problem was how the shoe was depicted. That's it.
No. So like other things that are custom, that's like partnered with Nike. Nike had nothing to do with it.
Mm.
That was the issue, was you're selling our product that you've customed, but without any input from us and without our permission.
Nope. The wording of their lawsuit is they accused MHCHF of trademark infringement and argued that unauthorized shoes would, among other things, create an erroneous association between MHCHF products and Nike. It was strictly the image of the shoes.
Yeah, because they were custom. They weren't made by Nike.
They were ripping off the design of the Nikes, but it was a company that was not affiliated with Nike. Mm. Therefore, it is that's where it comes in.
Well, okay.
Yeah.
I'll give you that.
It's like a third-party transformer ripping off an actual transformer from Hasbro.
Hey, I did not start up this XSplit and get on YouTube for you to call me out like this.
I didn't.
You look, because this is a third-party transformer.
Oh God, we're gonna get shut down. You guys see nothing.
Okay, look, I felt some guilt off of that one. Okay, she kind of cut me to the quick.
Well, you used Transformers as an example, so I just continued with that example.
Damn it!
You called yourself out. Anyways,
she kind of made a very good point on the show. Anyway, but yeah. So okay, over under. How many shoes do you think they're actually going to get back from the people?
Oh, absolutely none of them.
666 were sold, right?
Yes.
Less than 100.
Except for one that they were keeping for giveaway purposes.
Oh, then they're going to get that one.
Less than 100.
Well, Congratulations, because I don't feel as though I feel as everybody won and no one lost really, especially Lil Nas X. Go watch. It's his birthday tomorrow too, so he wants Lil Nas X's birthday tomorrow. He said at 3 p.m. Eastern, he wants everyone to go out into their front lawns and twerk to Montero.
Speaking of which, people are now saying that Lil Nas X should play him on the Powerpuff Girls.
Okay, first off, I saw that posted, and I said, "You son of a bitch, I'm in." I never knew I wanted something more than that.
That's the only way you're going to get me to watch that show.
Here is his acting debut, right here.
Yes. No, that's Paul Bearer.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Been a minute.
He's a fairly young guy, so he'll be able to get this. He'll be able to get. Perfect. Do it, please. Do it now. Cast him. I actually have a picture to share with you guys. As long as we brought it up, I wasn't even going to show it on the show, but TMZ did get some pictures of the Powerpuff Girls on set, and here it is. And check them out. They are the Powerpuff Girls. Also, they have hands. I just like to point it out. They have hands. They're doing a stunt here where Blossom actually, the actress playing Blossom does a takeoff or whatever. But there we go, guys. I wanted y'all to see it here. See it first. Well, if you haven't seen it, there you go. Powerpuff Girls. It's going to. I thought this was going to be like some dark, edgy series, and it was going to ruin Powerpuff Girls. But this looks okay.
Well, didn't y'all say that this was going to be like they're adults?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, they're clearly adults.
But like I know that they're trying to stick with the original costumes, but it makes them look a lot younger. They do not look like adults.
It might be like a flashback scene.
In image.
Oh, that's a good point. It might be a flashback scene.
I hope it is, because I saw some others from that set, and to me, they don't read as adults. They read as young teenager.
Yeah, and that was in the synopsis. These are going to be adults.
And if that is what they look like as adults, I have a lot of concerns for the rest of the series, since they want to go with more adult storylines for the girls.
Well, they're literally doing filming right now, so I mean,
I know.
I hear what you're saying though, and I agree. It might be like a flashback scene,
That's what I'm hoping.
I totally expect them to do that during this show. So, anyway,
I want to see the Roddy Rough Boys at some point in this.
Oh God! But we need to start up a petition for Lil Nas X to play him on the new season of Powerpuff Girls. It needs to happen. It needs to happen. So
I'm in.
All right. So that was the first story of the night. Rick, we're moving on to you, buddy. What have you got tonight?
Do you want sad or do you want happy?
Go happy.
Okay, then the next one will be sad then. So, good news. Netflix just won a bidding war with Starz over Sony's film catalog. Starting this year. Netflix has emerged the winner of a nearly 2-year auction. 2 years this has been going on for the exclusive U.S. rights to stream Sony Pictures theatrical releases in the first pay TV window starting in the studio's 2022 slate. They have a first look agreement with Sony for all of the studio's original movies produced for the direct-to-streaming market, and also requires Netflix to commit to a certain number of titles from the studio, but it doesn't stop Sony from selling direct streaming titles to Netflix rivals. But Netflix has the first right of refusal. So they say, hey, we want to give you this one. They're like, and Netflix is like, nah, fam, don't want it. Send it to Hulu. They can. As part of the deal, Netflix will also license an unspecific number of older titles from Sony's movie vault. So we're talking like Spider-Man, Venom, we're talking Jumanji. So all these things will be coming to Netflix here in the near future. But before this, it had been Starz, which was owned by Lionsgate starting back in 2006. But now with that deal being up, there was, like I said, a 2-year bidding war, and Netflix has emerged victorious on this.
I'm honestly
But they
more,
already had a deal before, though. They had a deal for animated stuff from Sony. Go ahead.
which is why we get Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse on Netflix instead of Disney Plus. So,
Yes.
is Cora frozen or does she just have her eyes closed? I think she's frozen.
I think she might be.
Yeah, she might be frozen. It brings up a question that we've had. How much money does Netflix have, man? Because this is a big deal.
Yeah.
Also, a quote from Netflix global film head Scott Stuber: "Sony Pictures is a great partner, and we are thrilled to expand our relationship through this forward-thinking agreement. This not only allows us to bring their impressive slate of beloved film franchises and new IPs to Netflix in the U.S., but also establish a new source of first-run films for Netflix movie lovers worldwide." So they're getting first run on things like Spider-Man, Venom. That is huge, man.
It's definitely going to take some eyes away from a couple of other. It's going to take some eyes away from Disney Plus. It's going to take some eyes away from HBO Max. I mean, now it's instead of the great cable war, now it's the great streaming wars. I mean, it's been going on, but now with this,
Oh, she's back.
now with this whole pandemic, now it's really going cutthroat with each other,
This-
and which leads into another story, which I'll talk about here in a little bit. But
Okay. That's a huge deal for Netflix. Wow, what an acquisition!
I mean, they acquired for what did I say last week, $400 million, the Knives Out sequels, and now they've got Sony Pictures. It's like, ooh,
Man, keep the money coming because clearly they got it. Damn. Okay. Cora, now that you're back from Frozen Land, do you want to build a snowman?
No.
you knew that line. Holy crap!
What you got for us this week?
All right. I have some exciting news for some fun Final Fantasy things that'll be happening next week. And that is the release of patch 5.5 part 1. It'll be on April 13th. It'll be a continuation, obviously, of the Shadowbringer storyline titled Death Unto Dawn. We will see where we're going with the story because it's looking very interesting. We are back in the land of Eorzea. No longer planes hopping, so that'll be fun. And this is a list of some of the stuff that you can expect from this new patch. We're going to be getting a continuation of the Sorrow of Wirt, which is the weapons storyline, and it will end with fighting Diamond Weapon. And of course, there will be an extreme version of that once it is completed. I'm terrified. I don't want to cry anymore. We will also be getting a continuation of the Nier raid, and it will be titled Yorha Dark Apocalypse.
Oh, we're looking at some of that now. Ooh, okay.
The stuff you are seeing, I believe, is actually I'm not quite certain if that's going to be in the Nier raid completely, but I do know at the big bright white area, that is part of the Nier raid, and it terrifies me to no end. We are also going to be getting an update to the Bosgen Southern Front. We'll be going to the to the area of Xandor. We don't really have much more information on it than that. Madam Glitchy Girl, by the way, is part of the Yorha raid, and I'm terrified. I'm terrified a lot.
This is awesome.
We'll be getting a new dungeon, Pagelthan, as I believe what it is called. I believe it has something to do with the Amalja, which are one of the Beastmen tribes. We will be getting new mounts, new minions, there will be some new emotes, and of course, this is going to be the day for the PlayStation 5 beta. So if you have a PlayStation 5 and you have a Final Fantasy account, you finally get to give it a try on April 13th. And you don't have to worry about the transfer of files. I believe you don't have to pay extra for it. Like, I know if you have to buy the games again or something for PC, you have to do that way. But I think for the PlayStation 5, it just transfers.
Nice. Oh, there's dragons fighting.
Oh yeah, that is from the end of 5.4.
See, I have no knowledge of any of this. I don't know anything about Final Fantasy other than Kenny Omega got the One Wing Angel from this,
Yes.
and one of the games is like 7 discs or something.
Uh,
That's literally my knowledge of this.
Fair enough. We also, like, just as a fun aside, because the director for this game is probably, like, I just aspire to his level of I don't give a crap.
Yeah.
Because this past week, he did a Twitch stream where he was playing the game, kind of showing us some of the new features, kind of what he does. But in addition to that, he was drinking wine and making cookies.
Oh, I want to aspire to be at that level. Like, oh.
I just love it. Like, there was a point he was in a dungeon or a raid. I can't remember completely, like, the raid that he was doing, and like his entire alliance was pretty much dead. And he's just like, he just looked at the camera and just drank his wine. Just like, this is hell. I love him so much.
Got that swagger.
Exactly. By the way, this is the same team in charge of Final Fantasy 16.
Ooh.
I feel like I need to point that out.
Oh, yeah.
So if you're excited for Final Fantasy 16, I would really, really highly recommend looking into some of the stuff that 14 has done, so you kind of get an idea of where they kind of go with their storylines. Specifically, from what I can tell from the trailer, I would look at some of the Heaven's Ward content and some of the Shadowbringers content, because those are the 2 strongest storylines.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I got a little bit of a request from the chat. In case you guys didn't know, we're back to streaming on Twitch, just games and stuff. And I have been playing a lot of Outriders lately, the new game from Square Enix from their studio, People Can Fly, which love the name for that studio. So this game has been in development for 5 years, and to describe it, basically, Gears of War and Destiny got together, had some wine, got cozy, and had a baby. Sadly, they maybe had a little too much wine when they made said baby. Because while okay, right off the bat, I love the game. It looks great.
But
I'm enjoying the play mechanics. I've tried 2 of the classes. I'm really liking the Berserker class because you get to be a big tanky guy. The level of also Borderlands. While Destiny and Gears of War were getting together, Borderlands came in and maybe added to that mix a little bit. Just gonna put that out there. The Twitch. Oh, by the way, the Twitch link is twitch.tv/SCNS Live. However, this game, for 5 years of development, has a lot of bugs. While I do applaud them for their ability for crossplay from people with Xbox and PC, able to join people with PlayStation consoles to play together, I have not been able to make this feature work for more than 10 minutes. Matchmaking in the game takes an awful long time. Regularly, I find my character stuck inside of structures. So there are holes throughout the game. It is a good game that could be great in the future should they actively work on some of these bugs. I'm giving it, upon release, I'm only going 3 out of 5 on this. And that is, I have to ding it on the bugs. Regularly, I'm playing this game and it'll crash on a cutscene. It'll, not during a mission, or I'll be stuck, or something doesn't scale right. And it's unfortunate because there's a good game in here. There's a great game in here. But it is marred by technical difficulties. And, it's a shame.
I have to ask, is it more glitchy than WWE 2K20?
No, absolutely not. Nothing is more glitchy than that game. I need to reserve that game as a pun. I think they fixed the glitches now. But no, absolutely not. It's not that glitchy. It's just, it can be a bit of a bummer when you've completed a mission and then it bugs out. Especially if it's a difficult mission. So That's not good. Oh yes, I hope they don't Anthem this game. Absolutely.
Ooh. Good one.
Spiral just made everyone on the show cringe with that comment, and I salute you. It's a shame, and I hope that they do better. I am going to switch away from it a little bit because the gameplay, those aspects have been really disappointing. And I'm thinking of switching to Little Nightmares starting this weekend.
Ooh. Little Nightmares is so good.
I downloaded it, so I have it, and maybe we're going to see some of that on the channel. But other than that, yeah, so that's been my quick review on Outriders. Thank you, chat, for requesting content. I appreciate that. You guys are awesome. But yeah, I do recommend, I like the game. I want to like it more, but I can't in good conscience tell you to go spend $60 on a game that's going to be buggy. If the bugs were reduced, I absolutely recommend this game. But now I say you're at your own discretion on that. Just understand what you're getting into. Had I been more well versed on the bugs, I don't know if I'd have bought this game. Because I want to play a game. I'm not concerned with your bugs, you know? So that's, you know, to the chat. Thank you guys, and that's my honest thoughts on it. Clearly, Square Enix will not be cutting us a check for a review anytime soon. So.
But no, hey, you know what? You give them an honest feedback.
Yeah, I mean, seriously, fix the bugs.
I mean, that's what they want. They don't want like say, "Oh yeah, it's the greatest game ever."
Yeah,
like,
I'm not going to say
hey,
that this game doesn't have potential. It absolutely does, but they need to fix some things. So
cut us that check.
I mean, they can cut us a check for 14.
There you go.
Mean,
Cora is your advertisement machine on this channel for Final Fantasy 14. But that is a proven product, and I will let you. If it was crap, I would tell you, man, enough of the Final Fantasy. But it's a quality product. Why not? we say the things we believe in, you know. Anyway, I'll get on to my news, which actually is some video game news because I did bring up Borderlands, and there has been a contingent of Borderland fans who have not been happy with some of the choices for the upcoming movie. Me, one of them. I'll admit that.
Okay, you're gonna Zack Snyder this, aren't y'all?
No, I'm gonna. Wait a minute, did I add that image in? I didn't add that image in. Crap, I'm stupid. So anyway, I'm not. Gearbox's Randy Pitchford has released a statement about the development of the movie, one that he is actually actively involved in. Lionsgate is making the film, and while he said that, the Borderlands cinematic universe will not be identical to the Borderlands video game universe. To quote him, "We are authentic to characters, tone, and style, but allow for independent storylines. The mediums are not the same, so the content should not be bound to the same rules." So, to people like me and some of the die-hard Gearbox fans, we need to shut the hell up. We need to shut the hell up, because it's not going to be what the video game is based on. And here's the thing. I'm going to agree with that in this. I like the Harley Quinn series on HBO Max. I love it. It's one of my favorite series. Is it canon to the DC universe? Absolutely not. There's a scene where Superman accuses Wonder Woman of being a racist because she thought he could speak parademon. And I laughed my ass off at that scene. It is not canon. However, what Randy is saying, it will have the tone. The characters will be true to the characters that they are depicted in the game, but the story will be different. And if you've played Borderlands 2 or, played Borderlands 2, maybe there are some things you don't want to happen that happened in that series. I'm one of them. I didn't like things that happened. So yes, maybe as Borderlands fans, we can be a little bit more accepting and allow these storytellers to tell their own unique take on this franchise. I said, who said that? What, did my heart grow like 2 sizes or something?
Who are you? What'd you do to Jason?
But to hear Randy Pitchford, Borderlands is clearly Gearbox's bread and butter. This is what put them on the map. This is what made them money. So for him to say that, all right, I'm going to give it a chance. I'm going to give it a chance.
Who's Randy again?
Randy
is he with
Pitchford is
Lionsgate?
the CEO of Gearbox.
Gearbox. Okay.
Gearbox Studio is the company that developed Borderlands. So
They're based here in Dallas. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what? Yeah. You know what? If he's letting Lionsgate kind of do its thing with one of his, I mean, the creation of his company, then if he trusts them, then we got to trust him.
Also, this writer who is developing the story is also writing The Last of Us. So I'll tell you right now, this better be good. Because everybody's going to be, all the Last of Us fans are going to be like, oh no. And I'm going to tell you right now, that group is a lot more vicious than the Borderlands group. So good luck. Good luck, sir. This is your proving ground. If you prove yourself on Borderlands, the Last of Us fans won't be on your yard screaming and cursing at you, literally with torches. Yes, Mapleberry, there will be blood. You don't want to mess around with those Last of Us fans. Oh, no. No, sir. Anyway, Cora, we're going to move on to you because I've been talking long enough. I'm sorry.
Oh, you're good. All right. Got anime news. And it involves more JoJo.
Oh, Lord.
Hope you enjoyed that terrible JoJo pose.
I knew what she
You're
was
welcome.
doing, by the way.
I don't know if I'm doing it right.
No. People have been calling Jolene since part 4. And at last, Jolene has answered the call. We are getting part 6 Stone Ocean. With Jolene Kujo as, of course, the main character, who is Jotaro Kujo's daughter. In prison in Florida.
Oh, Lord.
I love it. I'm sorry. It's my favorite thing. No,
It looks like a badass, though.
oh, she's fantastic. Like, she and her, like, BFF partner in crime, Hermes, they're like the bad bitches, and we love them. They're the good
I'm
shit.
putting that image back up.
But no, I'm super excited. Part 6 is one of my favorite parts because I love Jolene so much. Like, she is a badass and also beautiful, and the butterfly motif. It just it all works great. But what's also just fantastic is who her voice actor is. Her voice actor is Feroz. I'm probably butchering your last name, and I'm very sorry. But she is a huge fan of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. And we have a statement from her after she was asked regarding her role in JoJo. I cannot live without the JoJo's Bizarre Adventure series, and it is also what inspired me to take on voice acting as a profession. So when I heard that I was going to be able to participate in the series, I was at a loss for words, and so surprised that even a stand role would blow me to the moon. I cried so much, as it was literally the moment my dream came true, which I have chased for over 12 years. I love and admire Jolene as a character, and her beautiful, strong nature gave me strength, especially during my student years. So I am grateful for the opportunity to voice her. Like, that hits in a good way.
That's awesome.
So her voice actress literally got into voice acting because of the JoJo's Bizarre Adventure series that originally aired years ago.
That was quite the declaration. I have faith.
Oh yeah,
I'm in.
Like, the studio has been handling JoJo's Bizarre Adventure like so beautifully. They've really leaned into the ridiculous nature of the show itself and the characters, colors, everything like that. Just everything that makes the show great. they've just, or the manga, what made the manga great, they've translated just perfectly. So I'm really excited to see how they handle Stone Ocean. They handled Golden Wind, which was part 5 with Giorno, wonderfully, so it'll be great. The only question on everyone's mind now is, what are we going to use for our ending song? They always pick a song that is popular for the era that it is set in. So, for example, part 4 for it, Diamond is Unbreakable, was set in the 90s. So our ending theme for that one was from Savage Garden.
Ooh.
Part 3 was set in the 80s, and our ending themes were Train by Asia, and our Last Train Home from Asia, and Walk Like an Egyptian.
Ooh, well, I haven't heard that in a long
Also,
time.
on top of all that, right? I want to personally congratulate you on making Dolly Parton proud somewhere.
I can't stop her. She's playing in my head right now.
Yeah,
Thank you.
She got that. She got that one.
That's what she was named for. That's one of the things Jolene was named for.
So when is this one taking place?
When do we get this?
Oh, we don't have a date for this one, and I cannot remember the era that this takes place in. Hold on.
It takes place in Florida. It's now Florida.
Pretty much.
Florida woman.
If it's not Florida, just pick something about Little Nas X.
It could be anywhere in Florida. Okay, at any time. Florida has not changed in 80 years, so you got a wide berth.
I mean, there's a lot more old people there now.
I mean, there's also less.
All right, so, oh wait, hold on. Jesus. Oh, that was when it was released. I was like, oh, it takes place in 2000. Oh, that's when it was released.
This looks good though. Anyway, I have. She looks like somebody I've dated in the past. Anyway, I was into drummer chicks. Okay. Anyway, this looks great though. I can't wait. And also, wow. What is way? What's the Ferris? You need to say,
yes.
I need to know more about this voice actor now.
Yeah. See, I know her first name is I, so AI, and the last name is spelled Fairuz. Fairuz.
Oh, okay. I was spelling it wrong. Oh, okay. Good.
Yeah.
Cool.
I'm pronouncing it the best I can. I'm sorry.
I will look up more because I want to know more about this lady and her beautiful words with taking on this character. So, all right. Who's up? I think it's me. Okay.
No, it's me.
Oh, it is? Okay, go right ahead.
You skipped me.
Go.
You went from you straight to Cora, and then you skipped me.
Go.
So if you are a writer, especially of a book, it's actually a really good time right now to try to get a deal done with any streaming service. Believe it or not, right now, ever since the pandemic started, writers have been able to get more creative control over their projects, especially book writers. That have been selling their rights to their books to streaming services like Hulu, Netflix, like just anyone that has a streaming service. They've been able to do better deals than ever before, because a lot of times we're gonna buy the rights to this, but we're gonna kind of take over because you know what, we're better known than you are because you're just a little book writer. But not anymore. During Hollywood's pandemic shutdown in 2020, one market stayed bustling: the media rights sales. This has been a boom to some authors and agents who were able to get book to film or TV package sold during a quarter time for the industry. We felt like we had to make the most of the opportunities during this period. Otherwise, it would be very short-sighted, says CAA Books agent Michelle Crows of the uptick of interest in the rights market. The top 4 agencies divisions that handle media rights have been doing more business since the start of the pandemic as compared to the same period over the previous year, with CAA and UTA each pegging their deal totals at more than 250 deals. So like this was kind of like coming up anyways because of all the streaming services, but because of the pandemic, it like streaming services need new shows, they need new things, so they're doing deals left and right to try to get these before anyone else. So now, not only now are book writers and authors, they're in control. They're in the driver's seat now for this, because everyone wants something. Like, all right, cool, you want this, cool. Here's what I want for you to have my rights. So like Andy Weir, who wrote The Martian, which became a blockbuster movie with what's his bucket? The guy from Boston, Matt Damon. He sold his latest project, Project Hail Mary, which was sold with Ryan Gosling to star in. He sold it for a $3 million deal to MGM. A few months later, in August, debuted authors, the very first book they wrote, Femi Fagbuga's The Upper World, with Daniel Kaluuya attached to star, was shopped this past Monday. And by Friday of last week, was sold to Netflix for $2 million. Like, these guys are in the driver's seat now. Those who have participated in the rights market, both as buyers and sellers, are in agreement on one thing. Authors finally have leverage as seven-figure bidding wars. Seven-figure bidding wars. Often with upward of a dozen potential buyers become more commonplace, authors and the reps are able to negotiate for more creative control and stakes as writers and producers. We're able to ask for things that we weren't able to ask for in the past, and there is a sense of acceptance, says ICM's Josie Fredman. So yeah, if you were a writer out there, try to get your stuff sold, because they're Netflix, Hulu, MGM, everyone else. They need projects, they need stories. So, and you can get a good deal out there and have creative control and become a producer. Also, it's a win-win.
Yeah, we need new stuff out there, and I mean, this is great. I love original IP, so yeah, perfect.
And like for a while, like some people were trying to write, they're like, "What should we write? Like something like post-apocalyptic? Should we do something with the virus?" Like, no, that's the last thing people want right now. We don't want anything with it. We're dealing with it in real life. Why would we want to watch it now about it now?
I mean, hell, I got 2 projects with Netflix right now. It's that easy.
There you go. See, yeah, see, you got a project with Netflix. I'm part owner of GameStop. I paid $10 for it. So,
actually, here is going to be my favorite story of the night.
Okay, what you got?
Oh!
He's so pumped for this.
So pumped
oh
for
God.
This. Okay. Well, there is a popular game out there called Fortnite. You heard of it? I have. I have fun with it. I have fun with bothering my children. Well, Fortnite has brought in many characters from the Marvel universe, the DC universe, and some from other outside universes like Batman and Snake Eyes. Why do I mention these 2 characters? Because
is this what's going to piss me off?
This in the game, DC will be releasing a special comic in partnership with Fortnite, Snake Eyes versus Batman.
Oh, easy. Batman wins hands down.
So,
no contest.
Shut your mouth. That's rude. I'm talking my story here. Do not interrupt somebody while they're talking about their story. So anyway, the world's greatest detective will fight against the world's greatest commando, ninja, soldier, just a whole bunch of things. Anyway, the 6-issue miniseries launches later this month, and you will see the Dark Knight fighting several characters from the Fortnite universe. But the 3rd issue has the main event, if you would. As you can see, I'm also going to share some of the artwork. Neither character can remember, this is the synopsis of the comic, neither character can remember how they ended up fighting in the first place. Regardless, their skirmish is bound to be one for the ages. It looks like, let me go to my preview editor here and actually pull these up. Here we go. Okay, pushing it live there. There we go. So you see some images. These are some of the covers that will be being introduced.
Ooh.
So Batman and Snake Eyes,
nice.
0 point. Let me find another one here. Hang on. So we got that one there. That is a Jim Lee cover, and I am here for it because Jim Lee is the MFing man. And here's another one where they are facing off, and Snake Eyes has a Fortnite grenade in his hand. But I would like to point out, it's still a grenade. So, what does this all mean? For nerds everywhere who have been asking the eternal question, who would win out of Snake Eyes and Batman? Well, it means Batman loses. Loses, I say.
You're out of your mind.
Loses. See,
You're out of your mind.
Hold on. See, here's the thing. Everyone always says, well, if Batman has time to plan it out, then he can beat anybody. And then they'll wash their hair with their own spit. But... wow, that was mean for me. Anyway,
against a Ra's al Ghul reject like Snake Eyes, Batman don't need to plan.
Batman don't have time to plan. And you know what? I don't kill anyone. Well, you know who does? Snake Eyes. Snake Eyes will kill you in a multitude of ways. I don't know, swords, guns, ninja stars, grenades. It's pretty much pick your poison. And also he'll use poison. So,
look, Batman's not going to lose to some Deathstroke reject.
Huh? What?
He's not going to lose to some Deathstroke reject.
Yeah, but see, here's the deal. Snake Eyes is better than Deathstroke. So what's going to happen?
Debatable.
And, I mean, it's sad. I'm sure Snake Eyes would show some mercy to this poor, dysfunctional child who can't get over his parents' death, so he has to dress up as a bat. And eventually he'll show mercy to him and allow him to continue on, because it is a 6-issue miniseries. Will I be getting the Jason director's cut of it, where Snake Eyes ends that fight in 5 seconds? Probably not. But, I'll write it anyway. And that's also the deal I have working with Netflix. It's not Snake Eyes versus Batman. It's Snake Eyes whoops Batman. That's what the title of the movie is. So, get ready for that issue. I'll probably be picking it up. I guarantee I'll be picking it up. I'm going to pick it up and frame it. And, Spaceman, get out of the chat. Spaceman has introduced the classic comics trope of they'll realize something, blah, 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 and then they'll team up, and then Batman will be spared a whooping.
Wait. Wasn't Snake Eyes' mother's name Martha?
No, absolutely not. See,
Batman's gonna be holding him over a cliff, saying, "Why did you say that name? Why? No, he doesn't speak."
Exactly.
Like, why did you sign that name? Why did you sign that name?
And then he'll find a knife in his ribs. I can't tell you you're wrong.
Sweet summer child. You
spiral.
I love how you think that this third-rate Deathshot thinks he could beat Batman.
First of all, you're disrespecting a veteran, which that will not stand on this show. No. Yes, I pulled the veteran card out. You will not disrespect a hero of this nation. So yeah. Get back up here, Cora.
I don't want to be a part of this.
Anyway, look for that issue to start launching. Issue 3 will hit stores May 18th. Ooh, a day after my birthday. So anyway, Batman Fortnite 0.1 issue 1 will release April 20th. So that has been
just around the corner.
Huh? That has
just
been
around
my
the corner.
story. I'm gonna sip my tea. And await Batman's impending defeat. So there. Was that too much salt? I don't know. I'm sorry.
You're right. You're lucky we're not in the studio. I would have super kicked you by now.
I'm just saying that, this spoiled rich kid who has some daddy and mommy issues with loss, though he's an adult now. Maybe he could have served in the military. Why is Bruce Wayne a draft dodger?
He's too busy trying to save his city.
He chose not to go defend his country. No, I'm gonna dress up as a leather boy, and run around the city, following a light.
Oh yeah.
Maybe they should call him Mothman. He's always following that signal. I can do this all day.
There's already a villain called Mothman. But
okay,
you know what?
I need to stop.
You know what? Put on your Snake Eyes suit. I'll put on my Batman mask. We'll slug it out.
Okay, look, I'm trying to be as neutral as possible, but Jason would win that one.
I'm just no. Might catch me on a bad day. Regardless, I've stated the facts, which is what we do on this show. We state the facts. None of that was opinion. That was weighted facts.
You're right. It's a fact that Snake Eyes is a second-rate Deathstroke.
I didn't say that.
I said that.
That was an opinion piece. Anyway, Cora, give us your last story of the evening, please.
All right. Before I go into that, by the way, Stone Ocean takes place in 2011.
Oh, cool. Current events.
Ooh.
So, be thinking of popular songs from 2011. Maybe we'll get some Avril Lavigne. Ooh, actually, I know she's not.
Didn't Pump Up
she's-
Kicks come out in 2011?
Yes, actually.
That would actually work really well if they could work with if they
Pumped Up Kicks.
if they could work with Foster the People to get that. That would actually work really well. She's being framed for murder, so
Oh boy.
here we go. Anyway, let us move on. So I'm sure a lot of people around my age, at least, remember the old Rankin and Bass cartoon, The Last Unicorn.
Yeah.
And I'm also sure that fans, as they've grown older, realize that it was based off of a book by Peter S. Beagle.
I got to meet him one time.
He is a very sweet man. And he did not deserve all of the crap that he got thrown from the people that were in charge of his property at the time.
Yep.
Or now. But luckily, he has gotten some justice. After a long battle, as I pull up my story, because I forgot to write notes on this one, because I'm smart. He finally has justice on this. He finally is in charge of his own property once again.
Yes.
His ex-manager was specifically who he was suing, Connor Cochran. Part of that was elder abuse, fraud, and slander. This lawsuit has been going on since 2015.
Oh wow.
So it's been going on for quite some time. However, he has finally won the case to a point. Sorry, got tongue-tied there. The Court of California ruled in his favor on 4 out of the 6 cases that went to trial. I'm thinking the only reason they didn't is because Cochran filed for bankruptcy. But regardless of that, Beagle does get ownership of his stuff once again. It's going to be through a group called SHP, where he's going to actually be developing some works under the Beagleverse brand.
Ooh, good.
So we might get some more either books or movies based in the Last Unicorn universe. I would be very okay with that. That movie is one of my absolute favorites, and I got real heated when I found out how he was being treated for all that shit.
Didn't the movie come out like in the late 80s, early 90s?
No, it came out in 1982.
Oh, wow.
And
Yep,
this film still holds up.
Oh, absolutely. If you've never seen it, I highly recommend it. If you need some incentive to watch it. It was animated by a studio in Japan called Topcraft, which later worked with Hayao Miyazaki to create Nausicaa and the Valley of the Wind.
Ooh.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, Nausicaa and the Valley of the Wind. And then members of those team ended up joining Studio Ghibli itself. So if you need incentive other than Rankin and Bass, there you go. Which explains a lot of the animation.
This is a good ending to a long story here, though. Man, I'm glad to hear it, and possibly something. Yeah, if there is an IP that I think today would probably be successful, Last Unicorn is one of them. I mean, this was a really good movie back in the day. I would love to see, I don't know, sequel or.
I would want a sequel movie. I want to see where the Last Unicorn is. I want to see where all of the characters are. Because for those who have not seen the movie, I'm not going to spoil anything. Don't worry. It has such a beautifully bittersweet ending.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's technically what would be considered a good ending, but it's not completely, like, happy-go-lucky perfect. Everyone still has issues, but they're going to have to deal with them themselves.
Well, I think it's a good.
So it was kind of set up for like a sequel or a TV show later on.
Well, and also I think it was a good property. but I don't think enough people talk about it and enough people are aware of it because it didn't get the distribution in a lot of films and it doesn't have the acclaim that a lot of films have from that time. But I think a reintroduction would make people go and find the original work and watch it as well. So
And seek out the book. The book I've heard, because I have not had the chance to read it myself, but I've heard the book is much better than the movie, which is not from people saying that the movie was bad. They were saying the movie is great, and if you liked the movie, then you're going to doubly love the book.
Yeah, if they're developing something new on it, awesome. So yeah, that's good. But still, good news. Good news. And
Absolutely.
I wish we could end the show on that.
I will say just real quick, I do believe The Last Unicorn is still on Netflix, so if you have not watched it, there is your ability to watch it. That's how I watched
I need to
it.
introduce my children to that. So anyway, okay.
Do
You
it.
should.
Well, we are going to end on a sad note. Rick, you got the last story of the evening, and let's put some wishes out there and hopes. So go ahead, buddy.
So this past Friday, Saturday morning, rapper DMX OD'd, and he was without oxygen for 30 minutes, or at least his brain was without oxygen for about 30 minutes. So he's been in a coma since. They did some tests yesterday, and the brain function is so minimal. So there's still, now his family has a very hard decision to decide of what they want to do. There's been a lot of people that have been putting prayers out there for DMX, including Missy Elliott, Rick Ross, Ja Rule, Ice-T, and Chance the Rapper. Missy Elliott posted out there prayers for DMX and his family. That's the only one that is showing up on me. In a statement to TMZ, who broke the news, a representative for DMX, his family appreciates the overwhelming outpouring of heartfelt love, encouragement, support, prayers for Earl. That's his real name, Earl Simmons. Earl is someone whose life and music have been a source of inspiration and strength to so many people around the world. It is reassuring to see his fans return that same passion and energy to him during this time of need. We'll also have a statement from Demi Lovato, which this one kind of hit really close to home to her because she's dealt with similar issues. Anytime I see somebody OD or even pass away that's in the public eye, I immediately think that could have been you had you not been putting all this work in the last couple of years of your life, she said. There's times where I've even talked about feeling survivor's guilt because you do ask yourself, why am I still here and why others are not? So DMX, he's 50 years old. He's currently still in a coma. Like I said, his family has a very hard decision to make regarding what to do. Like I said, they found minimal brain activity. So we'll see. And for those that that really haven't heard of his music, you've heard it in movies. You've heard like X Gonna Give It to You, Slip In, We Right Here, Get At Me Dog, among others. So yeah, prayers out to you, DMX. You've entertained us for many, many years, and
I think one of the comments from the chat is it's a shame he couldn't get over a hill. He has had a very difficult and troubled life, and I am a fan of his music. I don't think there's anybody out there that can't hear the beginning of Up in Here and not get out their chair.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
music has had an effect. His music has had an effect on people. That distinctive voice of his. I hate that he's had these problems, and of course these are problems I've seen within my own family, and he's kind of in that boat, and it's disappointing, and it's not looking good. So I think he is truly an artist of the last millennium that really made an impact with his music, and it's a shame that we're at this point. But yeah, I'm not gonna give any preemptive goodbyes here because things happen, but that's just where we are now. So I hope that DMX does pull through, and leads a better life after this.
And if you deal with, depression, you deal with any kind of addiction, reach out to somebody. Help's always there for you guys. So if you're feeling like severe depression, you're dealing with addiction, with alcoholism or drugs or anything, do not be afraid to reach out to anybody. There's hotlines you can call a friend. If you know me, you can call me, message me. We'll be there for you guys. So,
and the same if you have
reach out if you need it.
If you have a friend or loved one and they're down that path, and you want them to be here, sometimes we got to make the hard decisions for them. So hold your loved ones close. That means, getting them the help they need. So all hopes out to DMX, and to everybody out there, hold the ones you love close and keep them there. So hate to end on a downer of a show, but that is just the way that life is. And there's always better days ahead though. So with that, that is our show. Thank you guys out there for joining us. Sorry we ran over just a little bit, but I was having fun ragging on Batman. So that could be an hour-long show. Challenge me to a stream where I just do that for an hour and see if I can do it. Anyway, thank you all for joining the show. Please like this video because it helps us out. And subscribe to the channel if you haven't already so you know when we go live. Like I said, we are streaming on Twitch, twitch.tv/SCNS Live. Starting tomorrow, I will be playing Little Nightmares. So wish me luck. I hear it might be scary, but I ain't scared.
I hope you piss your pants.
I would never do
That's what
that.
you
Come
said before you watched Don't Peek.
At least don't.
And then you were
God,
terrified.
that movie. Anyway. Also follow us on Facebook Live /SCNS Live, Twitter and Instagram at SCNS Live. Now, if you want to follow us personally, you can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at JasonTheX. Cora, where can they find you?
You can find me for all things art related and Speak It Unrelated at Corodono Art on Twitter and Instagram. You can also follow me for any screenshots or Final Fantasy XIV related things at chaotic_noodle on Twitter.
Rick, where can they find you?
You can find me on Instagram under NerdyRick89. Damn you, Jason Dilworth. You can find me under NerdyRick89 on Instagram. That is spelled NERDYRIC89. There's no K in my name. I'm doing the 365-day challenge. A picture day every day for the entire year. I'm going to do one where I strap that toy to a rocket and launch it into space. And watch it blow up like SpaceX. Also, quick shout out to an old friend of mine that is actually recently wrote another comic book. His name is John Leo. You can go to his website, sorrowfulgroanings.com. And I pre-ordered earlier this week The Names of Ancient Wars. It is his brand new comic. He's written a couple other ones, including The Long Weekend is Over, which came out in 2018, and Tinderbox Poetry, Entropy 521, and he also has developed 2 board games, Wolves of Mercia, which came out in 2019, and Eat the Rich, which came out last year. So you can find him under sorrowfulgroanings.com. There should be a link below. Also, you can follow him on Twitter under _John Leo, spelled JONLEO. So follow him. He's an old friend of mine. We used to play HeroClix back in the day. So yeah, he's a real good dude. So pre-order his comic, give it a review, and send him some love.
I provided a link in the description, so it's for everyone to go check that out. Anyway, guys, that is our show. Thank you for joining us out there. And as we always say around here, keep on nerding.
Keep on nerding.
Keep on nerding, everyone.
That guy's gonna die.